Welcome back, Geekrs, to episode 4 of season 2 of the Comic Guys podcast with your hosts, Kevin and Angel, coming to you straight out of Multiverse of Geekness with a brand new episode for you every Friday. Before we get started, as always, make sure to keep up with us on our social and check us out on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I think we can get started, man. I think we can get started. How are you? And how
Like,
have
you
you
didn't
been?
even say how are you. It's like let's get started. Like you just want to talk about what we're gonna talk about today. It's like
Yeah,
yo,
man. A lot.
forget about this.
Well,
Let's
we took
go.
like a 2 week break because we were
One
rethinking.
week.
It was 1 week or 2 weeks.
No, we only missed one episode, guys. We only missed 1 week. That was last week.
Yes,
But we're doing a
yes,
lot of rebranding. So what is it?
yeah.
Okay, so this is what's going on right now, guys. Welcome to the Multiverse Geekness. We are revamping our channel while we still going. We don't want to put a hold on our channel just because we're revamping the channel. We're doing new logos. We're designing some merch, and we're trying to hit more of like the gaming channel. You know, we're doing a lot of things that want to create this great multiverse of geekness that we have going on now, especially with you guys, the Geekrs, and we're trying to connect, kind of like what James Gunn's trying to do, the connectivity
Yes,
of
the
having live
connectivity. Yeah, man. Actually,
the connectivity.
that brings up a lot what we're gonna talk about today. So we have a lot
Mm.
lined up for you. We have some anime stuff coming to you, a little bit of One Piece news. Then we are gonna go right into it. We're just gonna go right into it with DC. Huge update about DC, and then we'll end with the Last of Us review. Actually, do you actually? Let's switch it. Let's talk about the DC update from James Gunn after we do the Last of Us review. But
Okay, yeah, we could do it that way.
let's get started, man. Tell me what's going on in anime.
Well, I've been trying to get you to watch One Piece, and I know you haven't. And I
I've been
know you
watching
you
more Bleach right now.
yes, and I know that when people see it, it's like 1,000 episodes. I'm never gonna catch up. Like, listen, you will, because it's so good that you're gonna watch more than one episode per night. But
Yeah.
I'm excited is because first of all, the last episode, because I'm caught up on One Piece. So all those One Piece fans out there, the last episode, bro, the graphics on that fight. Whew, Kevin, man, that last fight, bro. Holy
Scale,
shit.
scale of like 1 to
10,
10.
10,
Actually, I got a question for
20.
you. I got a question for you. Where does Luffy line up for you against other like anime characters in terms of fighting? Who do you think would win?
Ooh.
Like against Goku, Naruto?
Well, Goku could probably blast him to bits.
Goku would beat anybody. Like
Not
Goku beats
anybody,
anybody.
but
What? No.
not
What?
anybody. No.
Who
He's
do you?
powerful, but I don't know. I don't know who could beat him in the anime community. I don't think they have made anybody yet
That's
because
what I'm
Goku is
saying. In
very
the anime
powerful.
community,
In the anime community, I is very hard. But if you get like a good, I tell you what, man, you get a good sword man fighting Goku, bro. I'm not saying Zoro is good or good enough, but I'm saying a good swordsman, bro. You could cut Goku to pieces, bro. It doesn't matter how fast he is. If you have a
his
fast
blade,
enough swordsman,
but his blade must be strong as hell. It's got to be from not from Earth.
he's not bulletproof,
Oh yeah,
is
he
he?
Goku has gotten shot before. Yes, he has. Yes, he has actually, and he gotten up. He is bulletproof.
Well, he got lasered by freaking Piccolo and died.
Well, that's different, bro. That's a laser from Piccolo.
Okay, well,
That's
okay. So it's a magic anime sword. Okay, it's from anime, so you know all the swords are
from
magical,
magic.
and just cut him to pieces, bro. I don't know who. I mean, I haven't seen. I don't know. I haven't seen a character, but Luffy, like Luffy's up there. He's more of like his fighting style is more like fuck it, I'm just gonna fight you and it's gonna punch you as hard as I can and try to knock you out. He doesn't have a specific way he fights. He was like, fuck it, I'm gonna. I mean, he's stretching, so when he does his like moves, he kind of like stretches out his hands like all the way
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
and he's like,
He's
"I'm going bazooka," and then he hits you with both hands at a super
so
speed because he's
so
stretched them
what?
out.
So I want to ask you this: with that, how do you think this is all going to turn out? This live action show?
I have heard. First of all, Netflix revealed the first freaking poster of One Piece. It says "Set Sail 2023." So we are getting. So if you don't want to watch the anime, you should definitely watch the live action though, because the live action is like the first arc of the anime. And just because of that, it looks great. You have the creator. See, the big difference between other animes live action to this anime is that the creator of One Piece, he cast the actors who play the characters. You know what I'm saying? He said before, he's like, Luffy's Brazilian, Sanji's from France, Zoro's Japanese. So he casted according. I think he said he went to like the different countries, but he said, like the kid that plays Luffy, he's from Brazil. He's like, he passed the test to be Luffy, and he got casted, and so and all the other characters. So um, you have the creator that's executive producer, and when you're an executive producer, that means your finger is
Yeah,
in it.
you're all up in
You're
there.
stirring
Yeah,
the pot. You know what I mean?
you're like all up in that sauce.
You all up in that sauce. I like the way this sauce tastes. So I
Well,
think we're gonna get a good.
we're gonna
I think we're gonna
that's
get
we're
a
gonna
good
be
adaptation.
we're gonna have that like TikTok moment, that TikTok known for like being the sexy kind of guys.
Yes,
'Cause you
but I think that having you in it, like if you're the first one that created a hamburger and you're the one that does it, it's gonna taste better than anybody else. You know what I mean? And Oda being in it, I think it's gonna give a big difference. It's kind of like the same thing as what they did with The Last of Us, right? The Last of Us, and we're gonna talk about it next, is The Last of Us. They grabbed the game adaptation and put it into live action and kind of went off a little bit, but also stayed true to what they didn't go like Resident Evil. They didn't give the main character superpowers when
yeah,
she didn't have superpowers in Resident Evil the game.
yeah. So with this live action show, like I would see it. I told you already I would see it. I don't know if I would see all 1,000 episodes because
No,
right
but
now
if you see the
I'm
live
because right
action, you
now
could see the live action, and the live action leads is the first arc
yeah,
of it. So for those
yep.
people that haven't not seen the anime, you could actually see. It'll be better. I'm
The live action is the
it'll
first
be
arc.
better
Yeah,
for you to. Yeah, it'll be better for you to watch the live action and never seen the anime because then it's gonna be a fresh perspective of the show compared to me that I'm already at the thousand and something episodes.
yeah.
You know
Just
what I
like you
mean?
said, with just like in The Last of Us, a lot of people didn't play the game, and now a whole bunch of people are I think the ratings for the game of The Last of Us went up after the show came out.
Everybody, everybody wants to. Everybody wants to see what's going to happen next.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. It's pretty
Well,
good.
let's get. You know what? One Piece is coming. Set sail. This 2023. One Piece is gonna be live. I can't wait. The latest episode, if you caught up, man, you guys already know what happened in the last episode. Luffy against Kaido. It was freaking amazing. I love the art. But let's cut this shit short and let's get into what we really want to talk about. Let's talk about The
We could
Last
keep
of
talking
Us.
about anime if you wanted to. Like I
The
don't care.
Last
We
of
could keep
Us.
talking about because I was gonna talk about Ichigo because
Oh,
my
okay.
main
Give me.
I
I've
had
been
a
waiting
couple
for you. Give
questions.
me.
I had a couple
Okay.
questions, and you gotta. So, so Ichigo would probably be up there. I gotta give him in probably in my top five uh anime. Like
Shit, you haven't even seen the thousand year when he
I
comes
haven't seen
back.
1,000 Year either. I haven't seen 1,000 Year.
So watch when he when you catch up. If you think Ichigo right now, Ichigo's your number five. when you see the new episodes and you see what Ichigo does, you're gonna be like, oh, I think this motherfucker needs to be at least third.
Yeah, yo. Ichigo is Ichigo is pretty, especially when he calls out his blade, and then when the fucking you have,
I know what you mean, bro. It's just
yeah,
Ichigo. Ichigo is a very so Bleach is a very different anime. Like a lot of other animes, always like he doesn't care about being the best Soul Reaper. You know, like Naruto, he wants
no,
to be
no.
the Hokage. You know,
Goku
what
wants
other?
to be the best fighter ever. Like, just wants to be
Yeah,
out here.
this guy Ishigo. What I like about him is like, nah, man, you mess with my friend, you try to kill one of my friends, I'm gonna kick your ass. That's pretty
Yeah,
much what Ishigo is.
that's pretty much what he does. Yeah,
He's
yep,
like,
you're
oh,
right.
oh, you heard some, you know, actually, you heard an innocent person, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah,
He's just a
I
nice
think,
guy, bro.
I think a live action Bleach would be dope,
You haven't seen it? It's in Netflix, bro.
and it's dope.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's not dope as fuck.
They have to redo
They
it. They
kind
would have.
of the only thing I didn't like about it was they kind of cramped up the first arc too much. Like they just like rank.
So do you think that now? Do you think that that will mess up? Maybe. Do you think that One Piece will make that same mistake?
Mm, I mean, it's gonna be a 10 episode, and they're probably gonna cut a lot of the chatting that happened in the anime. I think they're gonna try to do a little bit more action.
They're going to do the first
Um,
arc in 10 episodes.
I don't know if it's 10 episodes. I'm not really sure how many episodes yet. I hope it's more, but maybe they'll break. They'll break. Like you know how they did Stranger Things season 4. It was like part one, and then like part one was like what, like 6 episodes, and then part two 6 other episodes. They probably could do it like that and have 12 episodes. I know I'm not really sure how many episodes. But Bleach was more like a movie than it was a series. So that's the difference. Like when you're in a movie, you have 2 hours. You have to try to cram everything you can in 2 hours. When in a series, kind of like Last of Us, it's like 1 hour. You could do so much. If
Yeah.
every episode is 1 hour, you could do a lot in 1 hour.
Whatever these directors are doing right now to tell stories like these, keep doing it because it's pretty good. So I think I don't know if you say if I gotta watch the Bleach and see how it is to see if I watch One Piece the One Piece series too. You know,
It's very different though. Don't
I'm pretty picky with my animes, man. I'm pretty picky with my animes. You know, like
Okay, so let me tell you my story real quick before we jump into our next. So my story was like this. I am the same way. I'm very picky. I'm very picky because of the art. Like
yeah,
for me,
yes,
anime art
yes,
is for me is like I don't know why, but for me is like I have to love the art for me to watch the anime. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? It kind of has to like call me in. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And when I first started watching Luffy, remember Luffy is almost 20 years old animation, bro. It's not like it's a brand new anime.
yeah,
It's being talked about now, but it's been 20 something years. You know what I mean?
hmm,
So when it first started, it was that old school art, and the
yeah.
characters kind of look funny. You know what I'm saying? The girls look kind of funny. Everybody has different heads and stuff because some characters have like big heads with little bodies, but that's just part of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's like a isn't there like a there's like a deer person with a deer head or some shit.
No, he's actually is a reindeer, and he's like a kid. He's like probably like 15. Like the reindeer's like 15. Like a little reindeer has a head, and he turns into like a big monster reindeer. That's part of his powers. So it's kind of like
See, that's fucking random.
it is fucking
I
random, but
I wonder.
that's what I first thought too. And
Oh man.
I saw the first episode. I was like, ugh, I don't know. You know, like the art wasn't catching. I'm like, let me give it into. I like to give at least 5 episodes into an anime. If in
Yeah,
the 5 episodes I don't want to see number 6, I'm not gonna watch it.
yeah,
Okay, so I gave it the 5 episodes, bro, and I'm like, damn, man, let me watch number 6. And then they start introducing the other characters, and then you be like, oh shit, this character is dope as fuck. Now I want to see more of this character. And then like the
yes,
other
yes.
character comes in and was like, oh shit,
That's
this
what you could.
character is
That's
dope.
so. That's what you could appreciate about One Piece.
yes, the character, the story is dope. The main character, Luffy, is just freaking hilarious and stupid. Then you have Zoro, that he's just like a badass swordsman. You got Nami, that at first you look at Nami, you be like, she is not waifu material when you first look at her, and then later on through you kind of like, damn, she's waifu material. Like, you know what I'm saying? So for everybody that knows One Piece, they understand what I'm saying. Like when you start watching it, bro, I cried. This is the anime that I have cried, literally tears coming out of my eyes. So
You've
many
cried
in
in this
this.
one,
I
man.
have cried. I have cried with One Piece more than once, bro.
No way.
More
More
than
than
once,
once.
bro. That's how deep you get into the story, how deep you kind of like feel with the characters. And that's another thing about that I look for is how can you capture me liking these characters so much?
Damn, yo, Netflix has a lot of to do to make you cry. Then they're gonna if it's not gonna be good unless they make Angel cry. So Netflix, make
Yes.
sure that you bring on a good One Piece show. Make my guy here
Matter of
cry. I
fact, the
need to
first
see it.
arc made me cry one part, and I hope they do that part correctly. And if they make me cry in live action, bro, it's number one show. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Well, let's get into the next thing. Let's talk about The Last of Us because we have two episodes that we need to catch up on, that we need to talk about, that we didn't have an opportunity to. So let's start with episode two. Episode two. Uh, what did you think?
Bro, first of all, this freaking show since episode one is just like they're doing it. They know how to do it. Um, the episode two was just great, bro. Episode two remind me of the game.
Yeah.
There was a lot of the game. What I
Yeah.
liked. Go ahead, go ahead.
Yes. I thought episode two was good. It was really cool seeing them walking through the city, and then them seeing like a whole fucking horde of zombies outside near the
Just
library,
laying there.
just laying there eating each other or something. It was
I don't know
crazy.
what they were doing. They were just like,
They were just all eating each
uh,
other, and then also seeing like different parts of like Abby and Joel. I mean, not Abby and Joel, Ellie and Joel, um, and seeing them and how they interact more in this episode. There were parts in the game, like you said. I think they were on the rooftop, and he was like, "Oh, so this is what do you think?" Or this, or not what do you think, but he was like, "Oh, well, here it is, your piece of pie." And then she's like, "Oh, oh," he was like, "Oh, he's like, oh, is this all you hope to be? All you thought it would be, and or something like that."
yeah, something
And
like that.
yeah, so I thought that that was pretty cool having those similarities in the game, um, and and seeing Tess and why she was a character that was important in terms of developing Joel's character and relationship with Ellie. You know,
Yes.
so yeah, yeah,
Yes, that is true right there because if they would have changed it, I mean, we all know in the game, for those of you that seen the game, we know what happens. I like this version of it because in the game, like when they get to the capital, in the game, the Fedra is after them, the soldiers are after them. In this one, they kind of change it and they kind of explain it at the end of the episode was like the Fedra chasing them is great for the game because it gives the game a story, but we had to change it for live action, and I liked it how it was calling the horde into the building instead of the army.
yes, that change in terms of too in terms of the roots and how the roots are connected to all the roots of the fungus
Oh,
are connected
that's
to
creepy.
everybody, all the horde. That was crazy.
That's creepy because imagine you're like, nobody's here, right? And you're like, click, click, and all because you hit a freaking mushroom, you're about to get
Sends a
attacked.
signal.
It sends
Yeah,
a signal to everybody. So you have zombies in
that's
freaking France
connected.
talking about, whoa.
Zombie like,
Slug the blood. I'm going over there. you know,
oh my god.
you know what I
Oh
mean?
man.
Like it's
Well,
crazy how they changed that. I think that's pretty cool how they changed it because you cannot have game everything game related. It has to have. I like how they have the adaptation of it
why
and they
does
put it out apart. What
why
happened?
does a French zombie sound mad, scary, but also romantic at the same time? Actually, they had some romantic. They had a romantic zombie. They had a romantic zombie in this. Like they changed the thing the way that Tess died. They changed the way that
They
Tess
did.
died, right? Because I think at the end, so everything was the same from the infection until the way that she died. Because I think Fedra comes in and then kills her,
Yeah, she said
or
escape, and they run, and I think they blow up. This guy said there was a romantic zombie who
there was
killed
one
Tess.
who kills Tess in the
Homeboy,
end.
homeboy went. It
He
was,
stopped and saw Tess, was like, I gotta go over there and give her a kiss.
yo, sup? How you doing? that was Joey. Joey from Friends, the zombie. He was like, "How you doing?" He just came over here and gave Tess the kiss of death,
The kiss
pretty
of death.
much.
And I thought that was pretty cool though, like seeing the like how I don't know however she dies at the end, because all you see is the thing go in her, and then that was it.
She blew up the
But
she blew up the whole thing. How? What
oh
about
yes,
the
she did. She
clickers?
blew up everything. Oh holy crap! I forgot about that.
How about the clickers,
Clickers are insane. I can't wait to see more. I can't wait to see the big ones. The big ones, bro.
bro? The clickers in seeing them in the game are scary, right? Because you're playing the game and you because you're playing the character, you have to be quiet, right? And because you know this, right? When you're watching the show, you're like, yo, don't make no noise because you know what's coming, right? So you like, I'm over here looking at Joel and Ellie like, yo, I'm over here whispering like, no, stay quiet. Like
No.
the clicker's gonna get you, bro. When the clickers turn around and he's like, I was like,
Did you
oh.
see how long it took though to kill the clickers? It took a little bit because the
He shot him
freaking
like a couple times before he
he shot him
died.
a couple times. That shit was coming like ah.
So that I think the clickers, and I can't wait to actually see more. Um,
I think Ellie was actually scared because in the beginning she thought that like Tess told her in the thing in the first episode or in this episode. I think in this episode, the second episode, Tess told her, "You're not invincible, Ellie. You may not be able to get infected, but these motherfuckers can kill the shit out of you." So, and then when she finally sees a clicker, I think she's probably seeing clickers, but maybe not because it didn't seem like it in this. That she looked like she was actually scared.
I think that in this show she have never seen infected or, and she had never been out. She hasn't been out of the freaking
Well,
QZ.
but she has been infected, not infected, but she has the
Well, yeah, I
scar,
think
so she
she's yeah.
has.
So she saw what a zombie could do. So she saw
She
like a
probably
human
was never
zombie.
really. She was probably never really in that much danger in for a while because
Yeah, she never seen like the
for a
clickers. Like
while.
she has more to see right now
Yeah, she's
because
saying more with
because when
Joel.
they even said clickers, she was like, "What's that?" And it was like, "It's a fucking clicker. It's gonna clip the shit out of you if you keep making noise. Shut up."
Oh man, so yeah, you're seeing you're seeing their relationship, Joel and Ellie. Like, shut up, they be mean to each other, Joel and Ellie. It's like a mean
I
but
love
love
it.
thing. Yeah, yeah. So the relationship is their journey and relationship together is growing. And yeah, we're wondering where it's gonna go next.
We
And
know
I think
if you play the game, we know we know
yeah,
where it's going next.
and yes,
But
and I'm talking about episode 3. So I
oh,
was
episode
gonna
okay,
say
yeah.
we're wondering where it's going next, and then episode 3 came out with like the craziest episode, the best episode so far, probably. I would say it was probably one of the best episodes in terms of telling a story of a character that in the game, really all you needed was to get a card from this guy, and that Joel knew him before. Joe knew
Yes.
him before, but that really there was nothing else that you knew. He knew he had a partner named Frank, but he said, "Oh, that was my partner in the game." But it's never really said that he was like gay or if he wasn't. So
Yeah.
in this adaptation of this character, I thought it was beautifully well written, beautifully done. And bro, shout outs to the actor. Oh, what Ron
From the
Swanson. That's all I
community.
know. That's all I know. His name is
Yeah, he came out in the community. He's no Park and Rec.
Nick
I'm sorry,
Offerman. Nick
Park and Rec.
Offerman. Yeah, shout outs to
Yeah,
Nick
bro.
Offerman
Mm-hmm.
and the other guy, Murray Bartlett as Frank. They both did great in this episode. What a way to tell a story of a character, man, and
Yes.
just blow it out of the water. Like holy crap! Like if this episode isn't up for an award, then
This whole show needs to be for right now. This whole show
for
needs to
right
be
now,
cast for an
this
award.
whole yes,
Like
you're right.
supporting actor, I'll definitely say if this ever get nominated for supporting actor, definitely Nick Swatson. Nick Swatson.
Nick
Nick
Offerman. He
Nick
said
Offerman.
Ron Swanson.
Swanson.
I saw a meme.
That's because of you. You said Ron Swanson at the you said you said something, and I got Nick Efferman. I hope he wins a supporting actor because he did freaking fabulous, bro.
Yo,
And the whole
somebody
thing is like, before we go into that, the whole thing about this episode, it wasn't like, it wasn't meant to be like a gay episode. It was something that happened between the two characters because they both were lonely and they knew that they had nothing else, and
yeah,
how that led into them loving each other. And I think that's what the
there
episode
was
was so great. The story was just freaking emotional, bro. I was the
it
whole
was
time I'm like, oh no, what's
yeah,
gonna
bro.
happen?
Yeah. Yeah, it was very emotional. There was a lot of people too that were like hating on the episode. Like, come on. Like this
Why?
was a
Give me a
exactly.
good excuse why you hate the episode. Why?
It's those same people, man. Those same people that say that they're fans, but they're not really fans. You know,
We never. Okay, so
same
in the
people. The
game,
same. It's the same. It's the same people as the people from Star Wars. It's the same people that were complaining about Marvel's new castings, and it's the same people. It's all the
why?
same people.
Why hate on it? Why? We never. Okay, you know what I liked about this episode that was very away from the game was that they gave us a story that wasn't in the game. We knew
Bill,
who Bill was. He was a mean old man, and I love the interaction between Ellie and him in the game. I think that was great. It was
yeah,
like, oh, you fat ass, and they were just going back and forth. He was the grumpy old man. We knew Frank was hanging in the thing, and they said that was his partner, and that's all we got. We
you're
never.
talking about Frank as if we really see Frank in the game.
That's what I'm
Frank,
saying. All we see from Frank in the game is him hanging because he got bit. That's the only thing
because
we
yeah,
see.
because he probably was like, I got bit. I'm gonna hang myself.
And you gonna tell me that while you playing the game, you never thought like, damn, who was Frank? He said it was his partner. Like I know, in some point during the game when he said that, your mind was like, man, who is
I
Frank?
want
Like,
yes, yeah. I wonder what yeah. I wonder like what was that uh partnership about? And how I did wonder about that story. I did wonder about that story when I was playing the
now we
game,
got it. The only
and
thing
now we
different
got a good one.
was
Yes,
that they both died together, and I think that was even better
yes.
that they died together because Bill was like, I love you, man. Like you're not you're not doing this alone. Like I'm already old. Like
Bro,
they did.
let's talk about this from the fucking beginning, bro. Because the beginning of the episode, we meet Bill, right? When we see him, in his home, and everyone's saying, "We gotta get the fuck out of here! Come on, come on!" And then he's like just chilling in his doomsday prep
Basement.
basement, and but he's also there's a basement under his basement. It was like a basement under his basement. It was like some crazy shit, and then he basically has this whole town and everybody's gone. So what does this guy do? He's like, oh, this is my opportunity to build as big ass fence and have electricity and a whole bunch of traps. So he basically starts off, I think how many years? I think it was like 3 or 5 years alone.
I
It was
think it
like
was
three or
like
five
five
years where
years
he was
alone.
alone,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
like 5 years.
he meets Frank, and he meets him because Frank falls in a ditch. So Frank falls in the
One of his
trap
traps.
in one of his traps. So he falls in one of his traps, and then you see it. Bill, he's questioning him like, "Hey, what's going on? Why? Like, this guy's kind of sus. Like, this guy, I don't know about this guy." And then he invites him into his home, and then Frank, uh, they have, he's like, "Oh
They
yes,
made a
man."
Frank made a pass, bro. Frank is a player.
Well, first he was like, "Man, this food and this
Yo,
shower, bro. If I was out there for 5 years, bro, if I was out there for 5 years and I didn't have access to no water or none, bro, I would have been happy as hell in that shower."
That's he even said it. He was like, "Yo, like, give me like 5 more minutes. This feels awesome. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
I
and then
would too."
yeah, yeah. Seeing Bill having all of his stuff, like, he had everything organized, but everything was dusty as hell.
Like, it didn't clean or nothing. It was
But
just like
but
he cleaned whatever he used. You know what I'm saying? Like the
he
table was nice and clean because that's where
even
he ate from.
But he meets Frank, and then he cooks him a nice ass meal. But even before that, Bill would this guy was eating, bro. Bill was eating out here while people was out here like doing suffering, and so Frank out here,
Yeah.
Frank is out here like, yo, this guy got the stacks of everything, bro. This guy got it. So I'm about
Frank,
to.
while Frank is looking for an apple, this motherfucker eating pork.
And then Frank sees it.
Uh,
Do you think Frank's seen this as an opportunity to? I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Do you think this was a opportunity for Frank to, uh, at the beginning at least, he's like, "Oh, I don't want to go back out there, so I'm gonna get with you, Bill." Like, you know. So, do you think that was a plot?
I
Or
would have.
not a real plot, but do you think would you do the same? You meet somebody, right? You meet somebody, and then you're like, okay, this guy got everything that I need. This girl got everything that I need, and then
Okay, you think about
would
okay,
you
let
do it?
me point to you the situation, right? I'm running from freaking zombies and shit. I see a gated ass community and I'm like, what the fuck is this gated ass community? Right? It looks empty. I don't see no monsters around. It looks nice and clean. Like the streets are clean. It just has a gate. I'm like, shit. I want to know what's in there. Right? I'm saying. So I go in there, fall into a hole. This guy comes out with a gun. I'm like, yo, I'm hearing peace. Yo, I don't got no gun, nothing. But I'm hungry.
Yeah. I ain't got no guns and nothing.
I don't got no guns. I don't got nothing. I'm hungry though. Can I get an apple, son? Like water, son? He invites me in. I see there's an empty house over there. An empty house over there. I'm like, yo, you by yourself here, bro? Like, yo, I could help you out if you give me that next door neighbor house, though.
If you get that next one.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Or yo,
man.
like, bro, imagine you
All I know
running
is
away alone in this zombie world, alone by yourself. Like
yes.
like
Yeah,
Bill
all
didn't care. Bill was an introvert.
was
He
prepared.
was a
Bill was
he was a
prepared.
survivalist. He
My
doesn't
dude
like
Bill
people.
was a doomsday prepper. He was out here
Yeah,
ready.
and
So
you could see that the
Frank, so
character didn't
Frank,
like people.
so what?
Bill's character did not like people.
Yeah, Bill's character did not like people in the beginning. So he was like, "Yo, this zombie apocalypse is like the best thing that ever happened." So
Yup. Alone at last in a town.
in a
Like
whole
he
in a
went out and
whole
got gas. You saw
he went to
everything.
Home Depot, I think. He went to Home
He
Depot.
went to Home Depot. He grabbed everything he can. Like this
Yo,
dude.
he grabbed everything he could on the day of. He was like, I'm grabbing everything I could on the day of. And so Frank, you see Frank's character definitely secured the bag, bro. He secured the bag with Bill. He did,
I would
you
have.
know.
I mean, I don't know about the whole other thing because that's not me. But
Well,
hey, that was
they live relatively peaceful lives. That's what I'm
they
saying.
did until the freaking guy is trying to be like, "Yo, this guy has fruit in there. Let's go steal them," and then they all got
Well,
dealt
that's
with.
what that's what Joe said. He was like, "Oh, guys, you got to be careful. There might be some
They
raiders
got
that
dealt
would
with.
come along." And then fucking all of Bill's traps burned all those motherfuckers.
Plus the shooting. I mean, it was such a great episode, man. Then to find out that Frank got sick, bro, he was taking care of him all this time, bro.
Yeah, that was sad.
That
Like seeing,
was
well, first of all, you've been seeing them like getting hold in the whole wheelchair, and you're like, oh, what happened? And then you find out that he's sick, and then he's like, yo, Bill, you gotta body me, man. You
oh
gotta
my
just end it for
god.
me.
That scene right there, bro, it just hurt me
That was a tough
because
one.
Bill's character, Nick, bro, his acting was on point right there, bro. When he started crying, he's like crying, telling him, "No, like I don't want to lose you, bro." I was like, "Stop it! You're
Yeah,
gonna make me
yeah,
cry, dude."
yeah. There was a couple of
I'm gonna
times
cry.
where
I'm gonna
where
cry.
there was a couple times this episode would make you cry for sure. It was a really great episode. Haters just stop hating on like things like this because that's not being a fan of these amazing comic books and then these amazing stories. So
And these actors,
like
bro,
let's
why are you gonna hate on the actors that are playing the character they were given, and they're doing so? Don't hate. Don't hate for something that you don't understand or you don't believe in because other people do. Keep it to
yes yeah
yourself. Don't try to get other people involved. And that's just my opinion about that.
yeah. Now let's get into the main topic that we've been waiting for. We had an update finally on DC, and we got it straight from James Gunn on his Twitter account. And
Go
as you
do it.
already know, the DC universe is back, baby. It's back.
I'm gonna cry, bro. This is gonna make me cry, bro. Bro, you've been texting me all morning long, bro. Like, yo, today's the day. We're gonna get the
Do I
news.
sound like that?
In my mind, you
Today's
did.
the day.
In my mind, you were like, today's the day. Keep on lookout. And then you were like, yo, 5 more minutes. And then I was at work and I had my computer on and I have Twitter on and I'm kept all I do was calling somebody, blah 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 blah, hitting that refresh. Nothing yet.
Oh man.
Talking to people like blah 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 blah. Refresh. Nothing
So
yet.
you were on it. You were on it. Tell us
I was on it, bro.
what did James Gunn say? So we find after months of waiting, years of waiting, what's next for DC? We finally got some light.
Yes. We did get some light, bro. So first of all, one of the first quotes I think that he said was that is great that I actually put it here. He said, "As many of you know, DCU has been disconnected in films and television for a long time. We all know this. We all agreed. Our job is to come in and make sure DCU is connected in film, TV, gaming, and animation. And this is the best part of it. And the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story. So for me, what that means is, if you play the Flash, Kev, you're gonna be coming out in a game,
Movie?
an animated show or movie, and then you gonna be translated into real life also. Bro, these actors are about to get paid. These
Hell
actors
yeah,
about to get
that's you,
paid.
bro, and they're gonna be
Think about
young,
it.
and they're gonna be young because I think that there was a recent talk around Batista and Batista. Oh, Batista always wanted to be play Bane, but I think it's confirmed where it's gonna be new young actors, and I think Batista said it himself that he's too old to be Bane at this point.
Yeah. And hey, you know what's a good thing is that he actually had a talk with James Gunn and kind of understands. Like we all wanted him as Bane, but he understands that hey, I see James Gunn's vision and I totally agree. And I think that they should bring in young actors because they trying to go for the long run. And I think
Yeah.
that's that's
So like,
that's correct.
yeah.
You know,
So
you're
like,
going 8 to 10 years.
yes, I
You
was
need a
just gonna
good
say that. I was just gonna say that you're doing the games, you're doing the movies, and you might be in TV shows. I'm not saying I don't think that like just because you're get hired by DC too, he's saying like, hey, you got to do all three. Maybe there will be, but that's a long
but
commitment too.
yeah. Yeah, but main characters are going to be coming out. Like Superman, for sure, it's probably going to be a game. So it's probably going to lead into a Superman game, and that's going to be the same actor. And other games. I don't know. Maybe they're going to do different games out of it because the lineup is nuts.
Yeah, what's the lineup, bro?
The lineup is nuts. So he said that the first chapter of the DCU is going to be called Gods and Monsters. With that only, you already know what's coming. And so for the movie franchise, we're having Superman Legacy. So that's gonna be dope. He's gonna be a younger Clark. Um, there's a little story. He says this about Superman Legacy. He said, "With our story, you wanted to take it away from the good guys versus bad guys. They are really good, almost saintly people, and Superman is among them. There are really terrible villains like Gorilla Grodd or the Joker, and then there's everybody in between them. So there are all these shades of gray which allow us to tell complex stories." And that's what he said about just the Superman. So that's pretty dope how they're trying to keep that Clark in trying to keep the Superman into the humanity like that's Superman. Like he's trying to keep him there. So I can't wait for that. The next movie that I'm super excited for this because they're introducing somebody that we all wanted. We did get a Robin once with that Batman and Robin thing, and yeah, so I'm gonna talk about that. But he's coming out with the next Batman installation for the DCU. It's called The Brave and the Bold, and it's
Hmm.
Batman and Damian Wayne, his son, because that's James Gunn's favorite Robin, and he's bringing in Damian Wayne, his true son. So what that
Hmm.
tells me that, and he said that they are going to bring other Bat family into the movie. So that means that we're going to have an already established Nightwing,
Nightwing. You already know. I was just thinking that if oh man.
a Red Hood,
Yep.
okay, because Damien is the last one, and you're going to have Red Robin, that is Tim Drake, and so that only, and it's gonna be Batman knowing that he has a son and trying to like, no, you can't kill people.
That's
Okay.
gonna be crazy. That's gonna
And
be
then the
crazy.
next one, Swamp Thing. They're doing a Swamp Thing movie. They're doing one that is kind of like threw me off a little bit because I did not know about this one. It's called The Authority, and it's a group. They're kind of like Dark Justice League. They were formed
Yep.
by Superman. Um, and one of the great things, Kevin, you know what I like about this? The Authority. They come from Wildstorm.
Oh man, don't tell me they're gonna open up that universe too.
I remember I told you. if I want, bring in. I bet you they're gonna any money bet that James Gunn's gonna bring Grifter into the DCU.
Oh man,
That's like the Kakashi of DC.
man.
And so the authority, I don't know too much about this. So he says this for the people that don't know about the authority is a very different kind of superhero story. They are basically good intention, but they think that the world is completely broken, and the only way to fix it is to take things into their own hands, whether that means killing people, destroying heads of state, changing governments. Basically, whatever they want to do to make the world better. We'll see how that journey goes for them. Damn, it's kind of dark.
That is
Uh,
that sounds. They're like
that's
when
kind
they.
of
It sounds like really like characters. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like
the boys.
oh man. Yeah, like characters that have like really like gray moral values and standards. You know what I mean?
Very great morality. He said they could take out heads of state. That means they could go to like any country and be like, "You the president? I don't like how you run your country, Dad." And then change the government. He's like, "If you fuck up this country, I'm gonna fuck you up." So you think about it. And then the very interesting one that they're gonna bring is Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And this one is based on a story that was written by Tom King and Bilquis Evely. Um, and it's pretty much of Supergirl game like when Krypton exploded, she gets trapped like in a meteor of Krypton, like a piece of Krypton, and she was seeing everybody die while Clark is on Earth growing up. She's seeing people die, so it's her. She's very different than what Clark it was raised. Like she saw people die while Clark was just like seeing a whole new world flourish before his eyes. So that's gonna be a very different take on Supergirl. Um, I think that he's going rated R with these, man. The way that he's sounding so far, I think he's gonna try to put him rated
Bro.
R, but still make him comic book enough to be like, you know what I mean?
Well,
Because you're talking about
I'm thinking like like Suicide Squad kind of vibes. Not like that, like everything has to be funny, but I think it's gonna be James Gunn and Peter Safran style. It's gonna be their style, and it's gonna be good. And he mentioned some things too that I thought made me think, hey, some characters might not be leaving. Like he said Waller, and then he said Viola Davis. So that means that we already know Suicide Squad is part of this universe, baby.
yes. Well, we all know that Waller, the Viola Davis Waller, came out in the first Justice League, but I guess they're going to erase her from there and keep her. I mean, she did a great Waller though. So she did a great Waller. So I can't blame him for bringing her back. You know what I'm saying? She's like
Yes.
in reality, she's like the Nick Fury of bad guys. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's going to a series. So that's interesting. They're making a Waller series that is between Peacemaker season 1 and season 2. So it takes.
Okay.
Remember what happened to her in season 1 in Peacemaker, that she's like went in there and they like just capped a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna go a base of that.
Okay.
The other series that you're gonna be excited for, and I already see you smiling because you already know what I'm gonna say.
I'm ready for this one.
Lanterns.
I'm
I
excited
love
for
the
that.
name. I'm glad they didn't have to put Green Lantern in front of it. I like how you just called Lanterns, and it's gonna be he said kind of like True Detective, but out of space with Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart.
Wow. I'm glad that they're
You
having
got your
both.
wish of having Jon Stewart, and I got my wish as Hal Jordan. And I told it before. I think they should do that. You cannot have Jon Stewart without Hal Jordan. I'm sorry, that's my opinion. Um, but it's true. You cannot have a Hal Jordan without. I mean, you cannot have a Jon Stewart without Hal Jordan. Um, and I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm super excited. How excited are you for
Yeah.
this one? Because you've been waiting for this one. This is the one
I'm
that
really
you've been like,
excited. Green Lantern is one of the characters that I've always wanted to see done well in live action. Uh,
What,
you
Ryan
know,
Reynolds
with
didn't do good for you?
no, Ryan Reynolds didn't do it for me, man. It didn't do it for me. Also, I was really hyped when they were gonna make Diggle into a lantern in the Arrowverse, but that didn't happen. So, and then to find out that when in the Snyder cut of DC, we do see a Green Lantern, but he's in the movie for like 2 minutes, not even like fucking like 30 seconds,
And got killed.
and then he got killed. So I'm finally happy that they're bringing justice to this character and these characters of the Lander Corps. I can't wait to see more of the Lander
Oh, and
Corps.
he said, yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. He said that he's bringing, you are going to see more lanterns in it. So,
It's gonna be exciting, bro. It's gonna give me, you know what it's gonna give me like when you think about it, it's probably gonna be like how you see um Marvel do their shows with like Sword, like Sword and those kinds of stuff. It's gonna be very exciting seeing these come to life.
yes.
What else they got, man?
Um, this one, I'm not, I tell you the truth, I'm not very familiar with this one. It's called Creature Commandos. I don't know if you are, if you know about them. I'm looking for them here so I can tell you this. I don't know too much about it. I know that one of the characters in there is the father of what's his name? Rick Flag. So it's Rick Flag Senior. So this is
Also,
what it
they
says.
might do like a throwback story, like a throwback kind of story.
Probably it's called. I don't know if you're looking at the picture right now, but is you can see Weasel in the corner.
He's in the
You can see
fucking
Weasel in the corner.
Yo, Weasel is back. That means
Weasel
Weasel is
is
gonna be
back.
back.
From those, are you watching it? From those characters, which one looked dope to you, bro?
Man, there's like a ghost lantern. I mean, a ghost rider kind of character in there. Actually, is that not? No, actually, is that this guy from Suicide Squad, El Diablo?
Oh shit, could it be? Let me see. It says right here. So in the image, going from left to right. So the first one is Rick Flags Senior. There's a guy with a shirt that kind of
Yep.
kind of looks like an older version of the Rick Flag from the Suicide Squad. Um, and he's going to show up in other stuff. Then Nina Mazursky, Doctor Phosphorus. Oh, so Nina Mazursky is the fish lady. Doctor Phosphorus,
Yeah,
como,
Phosphorus.
like Phosphorus.
And then we got
He's a Batman
Frankenstein.
villain.
We got Frankenstein. And then we got
Eric,
Frankenstein's
wait,
bride.
Eric Frankenstein. He has a
And
name,
then
bro.
we got the bride of Frankenstein. And then who's the lead? Who's leading this? Seems like going to be leading this. And then we're gonna have GI Robot, and then we're gonna have Weasel.
First of all,
That's gonna
I
interest. That's
love
an
the name
interesting
GI
gang,
Robot.
man. Yeah,
I like
that's
the name
interesting.
GI Robot.
That's an interesting gang right there. Hmm.
So this is gonna be the animated series, and we already seen Weasel live action. So and he said that they are gonna be characters that you are gonna see in the animated series that are gonna come to life and then go back to the animation. So that's gonna be
That's
pretty
pretty dope.
sick.
Yeah.
Um,
And what else we have, man?
this one I'm actually excited for because
You've been
I
wanting
said
this one.
yes,
You've
I've
been
been wanting
wanting
this
Booster
one.
Gold, right?
Booster freaking Gold coming for a TV series. And I'm already thinking of somebody that he's probably gonna cast as Booster Gold, and this is just me. For some reason, last week something was talked about. I'll get into it in a second. And suddenly, like Booster Gold is like a TV series, right? That's kind of like coincidence for me, right? So Booster Gold is coming. I'm excited for that. Everybody know who Booster Gold is. We having a show with Booster Gold, so I'm excited for that. But for some reason, I'm getting a Chris Pratt feeling, bro.
You're wondering. You might
I'm getting a Chris
maybe,
Pratt
but
feeling.
is it gonna be animation or you think it's gonna be live action?
A live action.
live action show.
He last week, or was it? Was it last week or 2 weeks ago when he said that a lot of the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 cast is gonna come with him into the DC. And for some reason, it's just this itch, bro, that Booster Gold is gonna be Chris Pratt.
Didn't you fan cast him at one point?
I think I did. I think I did, and I don't know. I just have this feeling that it. I looked at the picture, like the picture that's on the website that I showed you. Look at that picture of Booster Gold and tell me he doesn't give you like a Chris Pratt feeling. Look at the
Yeah, he
picture,
does. He
and I was
does.
just like, I don't know, bro. Kind
Yeah,
of like
yeah.
give me that Chris Pratt feeling. So I don't know, guys. Well, guys, what do you guys think? If Booster Gold what will be your fan cast for Booster Gold? Let us know. And the
And we
last
have
one
last
is Paradise Lost. He said that he's gonna do like a Westworld
Westeros.
Westeros of Game of Thrones kind of feeling. So of this is where Wonder Woman grew up, and I don't know if it's gonna be like the past going to it maybe it could be like the kind of like Game of Thrones season, the new Game of Thrones that it went back to the past and then
Interesting.
show the birth of Wonder Woman at the end. I'm
Maybe
not sure how they're
it's
gonna
still
do
going to
it.
be interesting because it sounds like it's going to be a lot about. Damn, yo, why is it uh Wonder Woman's race of people?
The the
It's like right off the tip of my tongue.
Thaddeurians,
Amazonian. No, the Amazonians.
Amazonians, right?
So
Amazonians.
so it's gonna be interesting because it's probably gonna show like a lot of like political drama too in the show. Like, oh, who's it's gonna be about? Maybe it's gonna be about that, the formation of Amazon.
Yeah, because okay, so yeah, so I was right. I was right. I was reading this right here. I told you it's. I think it's gonna be based on the past because Saffron even said so. This is what they said. Saffron said this is a Game of Thrones type story about Themyscira, Paradise Island, home of the Amazons and the birthplace of Wonder Woman. This involves all of the darkness, drama, and political, and you said it, political intrigue behind the society of only women. And then Gunn said it's an origin story of how this society of women came about. What does it mean? What are their politics like? What are their rules? Who's in charge? What are the games that they play with each other to get to the top? I think is really exciting. And then Saffron said the events really take place before Diana's birth. So this is even before
It's gonna be way back,
Zeus.
probably.
This is even before Zeus came and said,
Oh no, maybe we might meet characters like that. Zeus. He said
"Yeah,
it says gods and monsters. So
gods and monsters,"
yeah,
and
they're
so
still
that's
gonna
pretty
have.
much what he came
So
out and said.
so what's gonna happen with the other DC projects like Batman? You know, there's a part two coming out. Joker, a dancing Joker movie, like
A
a,
musical,
a musical Joker
a
movie.
freaking musical of the
You know, we got,
Joker with
and then we still
Joaquin
have
Phoenix and Lady Gaga.
and then we have the beloved Teen Titans Go, which I love. But what does it mean for these projects? Because we recently got news that two shows got canceled: Doom Patrol and the Titans movie, the Titans show. They got canceled. But what does it mean for these other projects that are going? What did he have to say
So
about that?
so pretty much on the other projects, it's gonna be like the Batman Part Two. It has been announced. It's coming out in October of 2025, October
But
3rd,
he called it
2025.
something else, right?
Yes. So the Batman Part Two, the Joker, Teen Titans Go, they're gonna belong to a separate universe called, and kind of like they did in the comics, called DC Elseworlds. And so I think they're gonna do like a lot of the solo projects are gonna hit Elseworld.
You never know with this guy, man, because if Marvel can pull off getting Tobey Maguire and and Tom Holland to be in the same movie, and Andrew Garfield to all be in the same movie and being from different studios, bro. Imagine we get a scenario where we get uh just when we get Infinity and not Infinity War, Infinite Earths, Battle of Infinite Earths. Imagine when we get to that point in DC, they can bring back all these types of people.
Well, by the time they do that, bro, like Henry Cavill's gonna be old. Robin Pattinson's gonna be old. I wonder who's gonna be the new Batman. Right, that's gonna be interesting to see. First of all, I'm excited for one from all these. Okay, from the top five movies, which one are you more excited for?
I'm
To
mostly excited. I'm most
Yeah,
excited to see. I'm most excited to see Superman Legacy. It's just
yes,
I want to see a good Superman story being told, and it seems like Legacy. It's gonna go back to his origins. We're gonna learn more about that, and probably it's gonna take place a lot of him. We're gonna get to see this character, and I think that it's gonna be good. I think it's
yeah.
gonna be good.
I
All right,
think
I
I'm
would
more
do.
excited for the Brave and the Bold.
That sounds pretty
Just
cool too.
because just because of Damian Wayne.
Yeah, yeah, I can give
Because we're
you
gonna
that.
have a good young Robin, not like the old Robin that came out with Chris O'Donnell that he was like 30 and he was playing Robins like it didn't look right. You know what I'm saying? So to see like a young Damian Wayne and how crazy Damian Wayne is, like what was it in the animated series Titans? Young Justice. Damian Wayne was pretty nuts. After he came out after the other season, kind of that was Dick at first, and then now for the shows, which I don't even have to ask you which one are you excited for most in the shows.
Lanterns, man.
Lantern, I'm Booster Gold. You guys already know that. And he's one thing that he said pretty interesting was that he said like so Shazam leads into the Flash reboots the DCU that leads into Aquaman, and Aquaman 2 leads into the new Superman. So I don't
No, he
know
does. I
what
don't
that
think he said
means.
that. Did he say that?
Yes,
I don't think he said that
yes.
the Superman movie is connected to the
No,
Aquaman
no.
movie.
He said no. He didn't say connected. He said that it leads into it. That has nothing to do. I don't think that's gonna be like connectivity, because somebody asked him about the whole Henry Cavill being fired, and he said we never fired Henry Cavill because we never cast him as Superman. That was their
Oh,
own thing.
bro, wait. What if I just got a theory? What if he
I
does
like theories.
Henry Cavill still, but then they do Superman's son. Superman's son is Superman Legacy.
I don't know. I put on Twitter and I put James Gunn on and I said, hey, since you're introducing Damian Wayne's, Damian Wayne's, not Damian Wayne's, Damian Wayne, are you going to introduce Jonathan Kent? And then we're going to have a Super Sons? Like, come on. That would be cool. But he said that he's for his Batman, Henry Cavill was not cast. He wants a younger. Remember, he's
Wait,
trying
wait.
to drain.
As Batman or Superman?
I mean, Superman. Superman. He said that Henry Cavill is not cast. He said he never got fired by me. He said this is him talking. He never got fired by me because I never cast him. He wasn't casted for his Superman. Remember, he's doing a full reboot, bro. He's rebooting everything. He's gonna start off with Superman that actually is coming out, and he already said the date. He got plans for this shit. He said it's coming out July 11th, 2025.
I can't
He
wait,
wasn't
man.
even playing. He said a date, bro.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see what's more and what's gonna happen with DC. It's gonna be great, man. I'm super excited. I trust James Gunn and what he's gonna do.
I do
But
too.
let us know, Geekers, what you think about this announcement. And let us know if you think any of these projects are going to be good, because we're looking forward to them. So let us know. Hit us up on social. We will be putting some questions up. And thanks, y'all, again for joining us for another episode of the Comic Guys podcast with your hosts, Kevin and Angel, coming to you straight out of the Multiverse of Geekness with a brand new episode for you. And make sure you check us out on our Comic Guys live, Comic Guys Gaming. And again, Geekers, make sure to follow us on wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. Peace out.
Oh, and remember, let's geek out. Peace.
Let's geek out.